The first thing I can remember when I came to this building was I walked into this classroom and there were no books. There was no curriculum. There was no nothing. So I went to David White and said, I need some books.
I know what we need. And then my staff knows what my kids need. And if we can't get it, then by any means necessary, we better find a way to get it.
White made a few phone calls, and he made a few more phone calls, and he's not afraid to call downtown and say, I need books for my special ed kids. Well, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have it, no, you can't have it.
When I walk into a classroom and there's no books, there's no curriculum, and it's basically a babysitting room, and those are the kids that need the most, and they're getting the least, then I have a moral obligation to fight for them. So that's where, we had to actually go backdoor through the union to get what we needed.
We knew there was a need for special ed textbooks, particularly at Belmont. I was not aware of the need being district-wide at the time. One of the teachers at Belmont decided she would stand up after he had run into brick wall after brick wall and not been able to get anywhere, decided she would stand up and use the contractual process of filing a grievance.
So we filed a grievance. We all had to go to the meeting, sit through the hearing with the attorneys and all those kinds of things that you do. And at the end of it, we were able to be victorious. And every special ed kid in every high school in the district was handed a textbook in every subject that they take in a special classroom. It's amazing what you can do when you use your union to help you to your advantage to get what you need for your students.
I'm one of the few people in Ohio, that think unions are necessary. There's been times I've worked for principals that I needed that representation. It's the point where I call Mr. Romick, I'll talk to him, I'll talk to our union reps all the time. They know I got their back, as long as they got the kids' back.
But I went over there and met Mr. White, and we spent quite a lot of time together that first year consulting and checking to see direction. He would come into my classroom all the time, grab my piece of chalk and write things on my board. Here's what I'm thinking. And it would be a plan, for instance, to address this particular aspect of discipline and ask teachers to pitch in this particular way. He'd get that written up and then say, take a look at that. I'll be back next period and you let me know if that's against the contract. So I'd look at it and then say no, or sometimes yes, Mr. White, that it is. But here's how you can shift it, or here's how you can rework this to make it blend perfectly with our master contract. And what he's done so far with Belmont High School is fully within our master agreement.